Check this out.
Hello, 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 everybody. Welcome, welcome, welcome. What's up, Pop? How's it going? How's it going? Today we got power back online, so we're rocking and we're rolling. I guess. I don't know. Maybe we don't just got rocked tonight. Maybe we have some pop thrown in there. Trying to think what has been going on in my life today. So yeah, I worked a little bit from home. I worked out. Oh, actually, I almost completely forgot. I bought some. So first of all, I'm kind of a bad person for doing this, and I recognize that, but it was a really good deal. So during Prime Day, I purchased weights. Again, I feel kind of bad about it, and I hadn't purchased weights because I wanted to buy some a couple years ago, all the way through now, off of Amazon, but I didn't because I'm like, well, I don't want to make the driver have to carry around like 50-60 pound weights, but there's a pretty good deal on them considering how or what they're worth in my area. So I ordered a bunch of weights, and so for obvious reasons they didn't want to leave the weights at my porch because they'd have to climb some steps and do all that, so they put them very, very far away from my front door. It was probably 100 feet away. So I had to lug these weights all the way from outside, all the way in my house, all the way to my basement. And it in total, let's see, how much was that? So 100, 155, 200. It was 245 pounds of weight. And I was lugging to my basement. And holy cow, that took it out of me. That was rough. And it looked like they replaced the regular Amazon driver with a UPS driver, which I'm assuming because they were heavier objects. But geez, yeah. So I did feel bad for them, but where they put it, I had to walk way farther with those weights than what they did. So it made me feel a little less bad. Hey, how's it going, Tiffy? What's up, Crichton John? Welcome, welcome, welcome. Yeah, it was a ton of weight. Yeah, because I'm curling 45s, about 8 reps per set per arm, and I wanted to try to move up to 50 soon, so I got that, and then I wanted to get 55s and 60s, which some of these are still on the way, to kind of bridge that gap so I can slowly climb up. And then I got some 45-pound plates, so then I can start benching 225. Thank you for the compliment on the glasses. Yeah, these are just blue light. We rocking the blue light today. I had to buy some new ones because I couldn't find my old ones anywhere. Hey, how's it going, Joshua? What's up, Tossie? Welcome, welcome, welcome. For those that aren't familiar with Tossie, Tossie's another reactor right here on YouTube and Twitch, actually. He live streams on Twitch fairly frequently. And he also makes his own music, which is also very good. I listen to it a lot on my own time. But yeah, how was that karaoke stream last night, Tossie? I hope that went well. I saw it briefly before my power went out, and then I actually went to go live and my power went out. Thank you so much, Hollow Duck. I appreciate it with the guaranteed Wasted Nights live version from Eye of the Storm Tour 1. Okay, rock. Okay, I gotcha. Also, if Mark shows up, I still got a fast pass for him. Let me mark that down. Also, did the lights not turn on? I don't think they did. Give me a second. I'll fix that too. Hey, I appreciate that, Tossie. Thanks for the fast pass. You got unreleased? Okay, I gotcha. Yeah, I'll add that to the well, really it'll be up next. Did you... I guess, yeah, you can just let me know what it is. Oh, gosh. I keep on forgetting that they changed how Lumia looks. Sorry, this might take a little bit because I gotta remember how to do this fix. Just because they changed the UI completely. Oh, Tossie, I have another question for you. Have you had some guy mention... I'm not going to say what the app is because I don't want to advertise it since I really don't know if it's a scam or not. There's this guy who emailed me about an app that basically makes reactions a lot easier by making the flow of putting in requests easier. I'm curious if you've also gotten that email. It honestly seemed pretty good, but it had some flaws. Also, he wanted 25% of every reaction payment, which I told him, I was like, no, that's way too much. Nobody's going to want to do that. Let's see. I cannot find this for the life of me. Oh, there it is. It's weird to me that it always messes up so frequently. I'd like to know what causes it. Okay, so now should be able to go here, 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 here. And geez, they really changed a ton of stuff about this. Oh, that works out. Pop set it off. I'll set it off a couple more times to make up for the lack of light. I'm grilling some Cheetos currently. Heck yeah. I haven't had Cheetos in a while. Appreciate it, Mandy. Actually, it's a good reminder for me, too. Howdy, howdy. Nero. No, it's not that. If you're not familiar, it was sent to my business email. So either it might not have been sent to you or you haven't seen it. I'm assuming that he reached out to a bunch of reactors, obviously, because it's meant for reactors, but I don't know. Hey, how's it going, Jackson? Welcome back. Hopefully you're doing well. YouTube already gets a lot. Now this app wants to cut to... Yeah, I know. I was like, 75%? That's crazy. Except for he was, I think, intending for the payments to go directly to him, not through a payment service either, which I told him, I was like, I'm not going to do this unless there's Stripe or PayPal or something like that involved. Because otherwise, you're starting a new app. I can't trust sending payments directly to you. But hopefully he takes my advice to heart and makes an app that I would actually want to use. Hey, how's it going, M? Welcome, welcome, welcome. Oh yeah, I think I saw you in the my power outage live stream yesterday. Hopefully you're doing well. Okay, well, yeah, then I haven't heard of anything, but if it takes a cut from the request, I'd say I'll know. Yeah, like, I'm fine. I told him, I was like, if it's 2 to 3% or like a monthly subscription of like $5, that's no problem for me. I can manage that, but because it did make things a lot easier from what I could tell. And he seemed to have it, he was on the right track, but it wasn't. Not worth 25% of cuts. That's insane. All right, thank you so much, Holodoku. I appreciate it. And just to go, one last thank you to everyone to make sure I didn't miss anybody. Thanks, Hollow, for the guaranteed. Tossie for the fast pass. Pop for the other guaranteed. Hollow for like a fast pass after that. Got quite the rack up. Okay. So let me start getting these added. Tossie, I'll pull yours up first. So did you Discord it to me or something? You send that to me however you want. And then I'll add Holodoku's over here. Shinanoga. Iwa. Live from Nippon Budokan. Probably saying all of this so wrong. Budokan 2020. PKs. Okay. Then we had sorry if my typing is super loud. My mic's kind of close to my keyboard. I feel like it's been a while since we've heard Erasure, haven't we? I remember the name. There we go. Okay, I gotcha. I just got the message, Tossie. Skip to 2 minutes. Aw, 4 ratty reacts. Okay. Or do you want me... It's unlisted, so... Did you want me to full pull it up on my other monitor? Or do you care that much? I mean, I guess you could unlist it immediately after. Oh yeah, I gotta mark that guarantee request down to 1. Holy cow, I'm going through like second puberty now. I've had voice cracks nonstop for the past like 5 months. Personally love the Google Form thing. I feel as though it's super smooth and there's no middleman. It is pretty nice and it's relatively easy for me to take care of. That being said, his solution, I was actually surprised. He put a lot of thought into it. It wouldn't work for me quite yet unless he made some pretty decently sized changes though, just because I run my things, I guess, differently than some other reactors. I guess every reactor has their own little thing that they do. So we'd have to add a lot of little small things to make up for everybody. Yeah, that's what I was thinking, Tiffy. The payments going through him is fishy. But it looked like it was a full developed app, so, and it didn't look like it was just made with AI super quickly. I'm sure he used it, but it didn't look like it was a majority of it. Yeah, Hollow, you could send the links to me on Discord, especially if it's something more specific, but sometimes it can be easy to find. I guess that's up to you on how niche it is. Ready, have you reacted or listened to Sleep Theory? They've been mega popular right now. I'm here for it. I don't think so. I feel like I remember a band that close to Sleep Token in name. I don't think I have, Pop, because I'm assuming it's a cover of ABBA, but I honestly don't know. Song I'm writing, I have a studio version, but that's gonna wait. That's gotta wait till it's released. Okay, perfect. You can show the video, it's fine. Okay, I gotcha. I'll pull that up then. What happens after second puberty? The first one was pretty great. I just turned into like the Hulk or something. I've noticed, I swear, your voice has gotten deeper. I think that's partially just because when you talk during live streams a lot, your voice naturally gets deeper. Especially because I talk a lot at work because of what I do. So the more that you have to talk, your voice naturally deepens. Another wave of weight gain after second puberty happened to me. Hey, that's happening to me too. I gotta change my fat into strength. Alrighty. Anyways, let's get into Tossie's unreleased track. Make sure I got everything set up right. Yeah, I think we're good. Oh wait, why is this backwards again? I unbackwardsed. That's not the right word. I unbackwards this video the other day because I found out that when you flip the video, YouTube still there we go. YouTube still catches it. So I'm gonna have to go back to the watermark after this, of course. All right, let's hear it.
Live your life, I will be fine. Frozen in time, as cold in this whole world.
Dang.
Yes. say stop. No one compares to you. If only that were true, maybe I wouldn't freeze. Cold as ice, even in August. I'm where the frost is cold in this home world.
I love when you do that a lot.
Live your life. And I'll live mine. I'm frozen in time. No.
Nice. I really, really like that. And correct me if I'm wrong, is there some Noah Kahan inspiration in here? Especially from that newest album? Because I feel like I can hear a bit in there for sure. But of course, I don't know if that's where you got it from. But yeah, I really, really like those like those like ooh sections. Especially like you hit it the first time, I don't know. It was maybe like a third in or so, and I really, really thought that hit really well. Also, you sang it incredibly well. And then you did it twice towards the end, 2 or 3 times. And again, that was your best vocals were during those sections too. You held them out very well. You like shifted your vocals appropriately. Like that part definitely hits right. I don't know if that's technically kind of a chorus, and it almost feels like it's its own little micro chorus that I really, really like. But also, I think the actual lyric writing was really, really good on this one. I think you did a good job on that. Even the guitar strumming, I imagine there's probably going to be a little more thrown in there, or just obviously going to be produced a bit more in the final product. But I think even at that point, it still sounds solid as is. Also, is the song going to be the same length, the 250? I have no qualms with it. I'm just curious. But yeah, I think this does sound really, really good. Reminds me of Coda. Oh, yeah, it's been a while since I've heard Codaline, but that's a good compliment. Yeah, Coldplay, that's another one. Especially the early stuff like Sparks. High notes are chilling beautiful. I agree. It's very all I want. All I want is nothing more. That's I used to listen to that song on repeat during my sad boy days in high school. Hear you knocking at my door. Yeah, the runs, exactly. I actually haven't heard his new album. I've been meaning to check it out. Well, I think you're gonna find some similarities, that's actually hilarious. It does, like, there's some things that sound kind of similar to the atmosphere and just kind of vibes that album gives off to what you just made here. Not in a way where it sounds like you were like trying to replicate it or anything. It's enough that I could pick up on some things where I'm like, oh, this kind of sounds similar. Like, not even necessarily sound wise, it's just kind of vibe wise. I think it's around that. Yeah, 2 minutes and some change. Okay. Yeah, I think that's going to be a very, very solid song when it comes out, considering that it's really good as is now. Even with, in that mess up that you were talking about, was that, there's a part where it almost sounded like you were going to go into a couple lyrics, and you might have forgotten a couple, but maybe I got that wrong. It would have been around the same time. Ready being recommended his own content after this? Heck yeah. I love when it's the live stream that I'm currently doing too. It makes sense. He's definitely a huge inspiration. Yeah, I mean, even for my stuff, he's definitely been inspiring. I have one song. Honestly, I don't even know if I'm going to release it anymore because I really didn't get far with it at all, but I have one banjo song I was working on that he definitely was an inspiration for. Which, speaking of, I need to show you a song I've been working on. It's pretty much done. It technically is done. I did listen to it again the other day, and there's a couple things I wanted to slightly adjust. I've just been waiting on working on a music video, which announcement, by the way, everybody, that song I've been talking about for months now, that I told you last month was done, which again, it pretty much is. There's like one or two things just on re-listen I wanted to adjust, but right now I'm just waiting on props for a music video. So that's pretty much all that I'm waiting for, which unfortunately is going to be like another week at least. Heck yeah, Mandy. That was like the first time playing it all the way through, so yeah, I had a few hiccups. No, I get that for sure. 100%. I mean, I feel like I'm pretty bad at like I'm not good at playing instruments in like a live setting because I'm not very good at playing instruments, I guess, is what I'm getting to. I can like do stuff, especially for like recording in like brief segments, but I'm not good at like playing things continuously. I've never really been able to do that super well. It's like my brain just doesn't quite function that way. I would like it would take a ton of practice. Keep the Discord. Hey, I love that. Let me download this really quick. Look at him. That's what I'm talking about. Y'all gotta check out the merch. Fourth Wall Shop link in the description down below. Tossi's got a hat. You can get one too. W hat. I need to figure. I was just wearing mine the other day. I don't know where I put it. I was wearing it to work. Or had he produced by Tossi, make it happen. I would love to do a collaboration with Tossi. It's really just for me when it comes, because I feel like I have a lot of growth I still need to do before I try to get collabs on my songs, and I feel like that's the main thing holding me back. I need to work on my own music more because I'm still relatively new. So it almost feels like it'd be a disservice. Yeah, goated hat from Tossi. Right. There we go. I'm down to collab whenever you're ready. Ready? Heck yeah. Yeah, I literally once the song, if I make a song that I think you'd be able to take a good advantage of, I'll for sure get on that. There's one that I started working on that's kind of crappy. It's kind of like shit. But I'm kind of curious if anybody else would be able to do something with it, because I had an idea, but it just was kind of corny and didn't sound very good. But I think the production has a very unique sound to it. It's just kind of it needs a little bit more oomph and some extra stuff added into it. So maybe I'll send that over to you just to see if you have any ideas. Should I show us? Let me take off. I don't know if I have it downloaded. That's the thing. It might be in Ableton, which is on my other Microsoft account, but I can check really quick. Hopefully it's not the vocal version, because the vocal version is terrible. I just did it to as like a test. Yeah, got that off. That's not it. Dang it. Yeah, I do not have that one downloaded anywhere, I don't think. Are any of these pairing? That is unfortunate. I genuinely thought I had at least one version downloaded, but it's only the Ableton project, which I can't pull up on this account. Hey, how's it going, Katrina? Welcome back. Do it. Let's see, do I have any other ones I could sneak peek? I do have like 5 over here that I do have downloaded. I have no idea which version it is on because some of these I haven't worked on in months. Which one, or would I want to hint at any of these? Let's see. Which one of these is the newest? It's 12.9. That might be the newest version. All right, let's see. This is Falls.
Rain falls, save us. Red calls, blood rush. Rain falls, save us. Red calls, blood rush. Rain falls, save us. Red calls, blood rush.
Yeah, this one is basically just an interlude, so nothing too crazy. Yep. That's the entirety of what I have with that one. There's some definite changes I want to make to it. But yeah, I think that one I'm going to keep as an interlude because it actually pairs with 1 or 2 other songs, at least one other interlude, which is going to have the title of Rain. So you get both paired together and then it's Rain Falls. So, but yeah, and I'm pretty happy with that one. Again, it's nothing too crazy. It just got a nice little melodic sound. But I still got stuff I got to do. I haven't worked on that one since December. Love the strings. Heck yeah. Yeah, that's one of my favorite parts of that one. That one and the weird I forget the term for it, but it's like that really weird sound that's kind of going on through the background. See great potential in this. Got a whole album coming out soon. Heck yeah, yeah. Let me know as soon as that comes out. If I don't notice already, I can do some promotion on that. You could easily flesh that out into... Oh. It's fireworks season, y'all. We're going to be getting fireworks, I'm sure. Quite a few, so be ready for that. You could easily flesh that out into a huge Dumbellion-esque track, throw in a huge synth bass, and let those strings ring out with some huge drums. Yeah, I definitely could. There is some drums on that. They're kind of quiet right now, though. I need to bring them up in the mix, or emphasize the bass on them. A crystallizer. I actually don't know if I've heard that term. That might be what it is. I genuinely don't know. An audio effects plugin, a chemical solution. Oh wait, the Google AI combined a bunch of different definitions into one big definition. Popular effect. Slices, alters, or pitch delays them. Yep, that sounds... That's not what this is, but that sounds incredibly similar to what it is. Alrighty. But yeah, that one is Falls. I've got like... I keep on saying this. I got several other ones in the tank that are fairly complete. Just some changes I like. I'd prefer if the weird sound is lower volumed. It's interesting, but not very pleasant on my ears. Sorry. Yeah, no problem. That's honestly, and I hate to say it, that's probably going to be a lot of my album when I release it, is sounds that I particularly like that other people don't. But that one does need to be mixed and mastered to different levels because it's not quite done. Again, last time I worked on that was December. That one actually was one of my first ones I made last year. It probably would have been in May or June when I made that one, and just didn't really flesh it out from there. It's great for the intro though. Actually, I got a crazy, so I have a song that I've made. I want to make some adjustments to it, and there's going to be things that I don't think I quite get right by the end when I release it, but it's a 7, maybe 7.5 minute song that I plan on having as the intro. And I'm actually so proud of how it sounds. That one I'm so excited to release. There's just, it's so much to it, and I'm never going to get it perfect. So at some point it's just going to be released as is. That's the only disappointing part about it. I went in way over my head with it. It's way too complicated. But it is fun. It is a fun song nonetheless. But anyways, into music instead of just talking about my own music. And once again, make sure to check out Tossi's music and his reactions. I don't know how to describe it. I adore the twinkly notes. Yeah, I did it because it reminds me of songs that I like. There's a lot of songs that I like that do stuff like that. Yeah, I liked it when I first heard it, but then it got into chalk on board territory. But who knows, I might like it more after a while. Yeah, and I might throw on an S filter or something on there. Tone down the harshness. You call it an interlude, I call it an intro to an awesome track. I hear it in my head. Hey, maybe I will. Maybe I'll expand upon it. I'll have to see, because I don't really know where I want to go. Like Mandy said, I could go into a rap section. I could make it more grand sounding, like Tossi was saying. I really don't know. There's so many options I could do. I'm just not sure what the end goal is going to be with it yet. I haven't decided. Okay. So up next we have Holodoko, I believe. Yep. With the name that I have a really hard time pronouncing, which I think, is that the one you sent the link to? Yep. Okay, I see it.
What you want to do is...
Oh, okay, and you got the other one too. I appreciate the kind words, Tossi. I did have too much, because that song I started working on, I don't even know, in August maybe last year when I released my first song, and I just went too far with it a little bit. How's it going, Nick? Welcome, welcome, welcome. Hopefully you're doing well. Oh yeah, well, thanks for checking the song out and sharing one with us. I'm gonna go watch The Walking Dead with the wifey. Much love, guys. Ooh. Are you just starting? Oh, I guess I won't bother you anymore. Have a great night. Have fun watching The Walking Dead. Fugikaze. Fugikaze. Or is it Fuji? Oh, gee whiz. Okay, Fujikaze. Fujikaze. There we go. Huge Japanese artist. He does this jazz pop style that usually isn't my thing as a rock guy, idol pop guy, but I love him for some reason. Kind of sounds like jazz fusion, just based on your description. Which jazz fusion is such a weird like genre of music. Which, speaking of, I gotta get my monitor back up. And there's the watermark. Hey, how's it going, guys? Welcome back. Alrighty. Well, I guess I should get through this ad first. That probably isn't a bad idea. So, Fujikaze with Shinu Noga Iwa live at Nippon Budokan 2020. That was an insane intro. Here, there's really not a good place to pause. It's just kind of a continuous song. This is really good though. Very, very impressive piano playing at the beginning, plus that jazz, or that sort of jazzy genre fusion that he's got going on with the piano at the start. Very interesting, but I liked it a lot. It had like, he's kind of mixing both a darker and lighter tone simultaneously, which is pretty also interesting. It just kind of kept me on the edge of my seat because I never knew where he was going with it. But it also just sounded really, really good and very unique. That was a loud firework. I don't know how loud that was for you guys. Holy cow, they shook my house. There's also so many going on right now. Sorry, NJ, if you end up editing this. I don't know if this is going to be a video or not, but I apologize now. But holy cow. This, I just can't get over it. That was such a good intro. And then just going into like this, it is more of like a pop sound, I guess, after that. I really don't know what to call that, like a jazzy pop, I guess, kind of what you were saying. I really don't know how to say what that is, but either way, really good so far. I'm liking this a lot. I really like his flow too when he's singing. That also just sounds good on its own. Title means I'd rather die. Oh. Jeez. And subtitles? Okay, yeah. I glanced over and I did turn those on. Stank face for the piano is real. I know, that was a crazy intro. Love the Beetlejuice-esque suit he's wearing. Oh, I didn't even notice. Although I've also never seen that movie. Either of them. And thank you so much, Nick. I appreciate it. With the Fast Pass, let me get that added really quick. That'll actually go here. Karen Glenmark saves chess concert. Interesting. 1984. Channel Stuart Wood. Okay, cool. Once again, I appreciate the fast pass. That was awesome. The left hand and right hand sounded like two different songs that could have been great. Yes, that's exactly what I'm saying. He like had these two completely different tones going on. He's something rare nowadays. He writes all of his music as well. Oh, that is beautiful. I love to eventually see you react to his whole Tiny Desk. Tiny Desk is something I feel like I need to listen to more of those. Although I tend to only listen to the bands though. Like I see it and I'm like, oh, I know that band, and then I listen to it. I thought the Billie Eilish one was really good. I want to say kind of surprisingly good, but I also just didn't know she was as good as she was in like a live setting as it was for that. Haven't seen Beetlejuice? Yeah, I know. Alrighty. Anyways, let's get back to it. I'll go back a little bit to get some of that flow back. That was dope. That sounded really good from start to finish. And I really just never quite knew where it went, even because it kind of had three sections. At the piano at the beginning, and then it had, I don't know, something in the middle. Like, these genres are too much, but something in the middle, and then it kind of evolved a little bit further in that last third, where it became, I think it leaned more into the pop sound, if anything. And I think the production kind of filled out a little bit more, and then he had some backing vocals thrown in there. I think it was just a backing track, if I'm not mistaken, but he had those backing vocals on there, and that sounded really good. He also had like that sort of humming section during that, which I really liked. It's sort of like a humming, mumbly singing section that I think sounded just fantastic. Overall, very, very good song. Or is Tiny Desk Chef Kiss? I don't think I've seen hers, actually, that I can recall. Aurora is great everywhere. Also true. I feel like I just saw something with her in it the other day. It was like it might have been a TikTok or something. I don't know. I'd be very disappointed if the lyrics to that were really sad. Who's gonna tell him? Alrighty. Anyways, though, good song, and I'm actually gonna add that to my playlist now really quick. Fuji got Kaze. Shinu Noga Iwa. Cool stuff. Alrighty. And then up next, we have Nick's Fast Pass, which is Nick Karen, or Karen Glenmark. There you go. Oh, there it is. It actually pops up. Stuart Wood. Oh, it was the first one.
If you're looking for...
These fireworks are getting louder and louder. It's a love song of sorts, Pop. It's basically, if it was separated from you, I'd rather die. Huh. I guess when I was reading it, I was thinking almost as if he'd already been separated, I guess was kind of how I was looking at it, but maybe if I listened to it again, I'd pick up on that a bit better. Video for this isn't great quality, but it does have some text telling you what is happening. Probably get away with no rap filter on this one. You know what, I'll give it a go. I'll give it a go-ski. Especially if it is super grainy, then... Also, I don't think this... Yeah, it's not like an official channel. Hopefully, we should be fine. I can't see why we wouldn't be on this one. Alrighty. Anyways, let's get into it. 1st November 1984, the last of 5 concerts of the European tour of Chess took place at the Berwalda, Stockholm, Sweden. Concerts featured Elaine Page, Tommy Korberg, Murray Head, and Barbara Dixon with the London Symphony Orchestra. Yeah, sorry, I'm trying to read all this. In the Ambrosian Singers. Towards the end of the concert, Barbara Dixon replaced Svetlana, became ill backstage, unaware Tommy Korberg begins a highly complex duet in-game. When Barbara misses her cue, he looks around for her. Oh shoot. Okay, let me... It looks like we're getting close to the end of the text, and then I'll restart. That's what I'll end up doing. On the spur of the moment, backing singer Karen Glenmark steps forward and sings the part. She had sung the part on the demos and previously in concert. Okay, that's pretty sick. Alright. If there's any other text during, I'm probably not going to read it out loud, but it'll be there. Let's restart though, so we can get that sound from the beginning. Gotta turn that up.
Self-denial, having to rehearse the endless trial of a partner's rather sagging man's prevailing.
About a minus 14 trial sharing, going with esoterics, paranoid, hysteric. Don't pay attention to what goes on around them. They leave the ones they love the way they found them. A normal person must dismiss you with disgust and weep for those who trust them.
Nothing you have said is a revelation. Take my blues as read. My consolation, finding out at least my one true obligation.
Oh, there's a guitar in there. Alright, let me pause here. Sorry about the volume. I've got this maxed out on YouTube and my computer, so not much really more I can do on that front. So I've got that pretty loud, I guess. I know it's still quieter than most songs. That being said, it's super impressive immediately that she was able to just kind of fill in that role as a backing singer so quickly. Like, after realizing what was going on, that was a fast reaction. Even though it was a few seconds, like, to be able to decide, oh, I'm going to do this, that's good. And the fact that she came in so smoothly, it didn't ruin the flow of the song whatsoever. Also the orchestra, they didn't stutter at all as far as I could tell. Of course, I don't know how that like cut was originally supposed to go. I'm assuming it would have gone immediately into that part, so she probably skipped like a line or something to get to where it needed to be. Or maybe the orchestra moved with her to try to fix that, but I doubt that. That'd be a lot harder to do. But yeah, also I really like the thumpiness of the orchestra. It's very kind of up and down sounding. Like you get a lot of loud strikes and then it kind of drops really quickly and goes right back up to it. Like it's just a non-stop wave of up, down, up, down, up, down, really like in fast succession. It's it reminds me of this song that was actually in Robots. I didn't hear this song in Robots because at least I don't think, because I don't even know if I've seen Robots in its entirety. Oh, what's his song? I think it's Tom Waits, Underground. I don't know why it reminds me of that, but it really does. Like turn this down to kind of match the volume change. Man, I love that song more than I should. I love that song so much. But instrumentally wise, it kind of sounds familiar. Also, even the guitar, which the guitar really caught me off guard in this. A lot of the best videos are low quality. I actually came across an Evanescence low quality video of Amy Lee singing in a bar from 1999 in my state right before they started the band. An awesome watch. That does sound cool. There's this video that I really like of this busker. He's playing a song, and then this dude walks up and he starts rapping with him on that song. And then a third guy shows up and puts in his own verse or two. And they make an incredible song. The song sounds really, really good, and they just come up with it on the spot. What was it? Sometimes I just don't know. I mean, the fact that I can even remember part of it is insane for a busking song. Yeah, Robots. I need to watch that movie because again, I'm not sure if I've watched it in its entirety, and if I did, I would have been too young to really remember. Because I can like recall certain scenes, but not like any major plot or anything. Karen is from the group Gemini. Next to her is her brother Anders. It was her and Anders' performance in Chess as backing singers that got them the recording sessions with Benny and Bjorn as Gemini. That is a cool backstory to have. Yeah, the up-down beats. Yeah, exactly. I know the video we were talking about. Yeah, it was a pretty big one. I'm glad that somebody knows it, though. Sometimes I just don't know. I'm full of useless ab facts. Not useless. We'll call them fun facts. Because they're fun. It's an actual song, I believe. Yeah, I do. I have it added on my playlist. I don't know what it's called, though. And the studio version sounds way worse than what the live performance did that they did on the spot. Just because it sounds like they didn't have the best recording equipment. Also, you get people that have never used recording equipment recording stuff first time. I don't think it's ever going to be like incredible. Is it literally called Just Don't Know? Let me check really quick. Oh, it is just called Just Don't Know. Rod, Roadwork Lashley, Jesse Raya, Howard Mullins, and Mr. Work.
This is my life, all I've wished for, all I've listed. This is my time, good sensations, motivation, no regret, and drop down in the blue sky.
Yeah, the mix isn't very good at all on the studio version.
I don't know what you came to do, no, but we can't, just don't know.
Yeah, you get the gist though. It's fun in the earbuds. Like, yeah, it's really weirdly mixed. It like you almost have like a pressure in the left ear with how it's recorded. Anyway, so let's get back to this though. All right. That emotion. It almost felt like this was going to keep on going there for a second. Okay, I had to make sure it wasn't. Yeah, overall I'd say that's a solid performance, and I think the way that she had that emotion in her vocals, especially for being a backing vocal, she did a really good job filling that role. Again, I haven't heard the other version, I guess, would be technically, but I think she just did a wonderful job with those emotions and just portraying them in a way. And it wasn't like grating when she was doing like her yell, almost screamy vocals. It wasn't grating on the ears at all, which I think just made it kind of more impressive too. Yeah, overall, very solid performance, and I just could not get over how close that sounds to the Tom Waits song I was talking about earlier. It reminds me of it so much, and I could not stop thinking about it the entire time. Why did that yelling remind me of the "That's My Opinion" meme? I don't know if I've seen that. Holy cow. Jump scared by that firework. That was huge. Oh, I think I found the video very quickly.
With them, you don't have to do
I didn't
anything
say
with
bad
them.
things about
Well,
Brooks.
I don't really care if you like them
I
or
didn't
not.
say
You
bad
don't have to
things
sleep with them.
about
You don't
Brooks.
have to vacation with them. You don't have to do
I
anything
didn't say
with
bad
them.
things about
Well,
Brooks. I said
and
I don't think that he's good for you.
How do you know what's good for me?
That's my opinion!
Oh, jeez. Quite the blow up, quite the little meltdown on what I'm thinking is live TV. And if not live, at least some sort of reality show. Well, fireworks time for me too, apparently. Yeah, closer you get to the 4th. I'm sure it's probably like that throughout the Midwest. Fireworks get more and more frequent. They creep up on you. Until, like, for the few days before, people are lighting off fireworks all day, 24/7, just in the middle of the street. Ugh, they're everywhere. Alrighty. Get that watermark back on. And let's see. Pop, are you still here? I'm imagining so, but I gotta ask. Because if so, I'll get to your track. And also, let me mark this out of the fast pass. Dear oh dear Pop Defender. There you go. Okay, Josephine Nielsen. Ooh. Now you see him, now you don't. Is it, what's that movie? Is it just called Now You See Me? With like the magicians that steal from a bank. Okay, yeah, it is. I don't remember much from that movie, but I do remember it being called that.
This is Noom GL.
Now you see him, now you don't. Yeah, it's a Real Housewives clip, reality TV. Oh, reality TV is a scary thing. I can't watch it. I cannot get through it. It's hard for me to believe that the people on reality TV are real. even though I know a lot of it is kind of hammed up, like they purposely make them mad and stuff, but even then, some of the people on these reality TV shows, it really puts it in perspective just how stupid some people can be. And I hate to say it, I don't want to say that willy-nilly, but some of those people, it makes me feel really good about myself. And I imagine that's what a lot of people feel when watching it. They're like, man, glad to be me. Now You See Me fun movies. Yeah, I need to watch those again too. I feel like I remember them being fun. Yeah, Lady Ratterley back for a big return. Willy-nilly away, it's true. Alrighty. Anyways, let's get into it. Now You See Him, Now You Don't, by Josephine Nielsen. Gotta get that volume down a bit.
He came to dinner at my place last night. The food, the wine, the mood was all to perfection. He said, "My love, you look a dream in white." I thought at last he's walking in my direction. And then today when I gave him the call, at first it didn't seem to get my meaning at all. And then he said, "We'll talk about it later." Now you see him, now you don't. Always changing places, and I tell myself I should let go. Now you see him, now you don't. Man of many faces, I say yes and yet I guess I should say no. I ask him when I'll get to
Alright, let me pause. I'm gonna keep it real, I don't really love this one. There are things that I do like about it. I think the production is very unique. I like all the vocal production thrown in there. Almost, I don't know if anybody else feels this way, but it kind of reminds me of like being in a jungle or something. Because you get all of these different vocals thrown in the background, and they're not like pure vocals. They're not like someone saying something like a full line or anything. Most of the time, there's a couple parts where it does. But it's almost like when you hear animals in the background in a jungle, like it's that background ambience, which I think is actually really cool, and I do like that. I also like the very thumpiness of it, like it's easy to bop my head to. But I feel like the song as a whole, it's not like super catchy for me, and I'm not really getting into it. Donkey Kong Country, yes. See, that's like where there's elements that I like about it, and I like how experimental it is. It's not clicking with me yet. I still got half the song though, so there's still time for it to kind of grow on me, because I could see it still coming around, but it'll be a little bit of an uphill climb, I think, at this point. So only listening to this one this morning. Another fun one in the earbuds. I love when musicians add layers and experiment with the sound. Oh, for sure. There's a specific song that this reminds me of, but I can't remember the name. Just thinking about Donkey Kong Country, yeah. It's a grower. Also, its vibe reminds me of Fleetwood Mac and Portishead. I don't think I'm familiar with them. Yeah, I could see this one being a grower, because again, it's got that experimental vibe, and that's just kind of the nature of experimental songs, is that half the time they end up being growers if it is a song that you end up liking. Just because you get to get used to these new things that they're trying. But we'll see how this goes. We still got 2 minutes left.
me, it takes 4
Holy long fade out. That was super long. Yeah, I don't think it really grew on me, at least on this listen. There, out of every part of the song, I do like the chorus, I think, the most, because not only is it slightly catchier than the rest of the song, but it also has a lot more layering with that production, so you get a lot of vocal layering going on, especially in that last one, going into the outro. So I think that's a really fun sound, and that's kind of the theme of the song. I feel like it's a fun sound that it has. It just isn't one that's super catchy for me that I particularly enjoy. But yeah, I could also see this being one that grows. I don't know if it'd be one that grows on me. I really don't think it would do that. I don't know. I don't want to say for sure, because I've had songs that I really didn't like that I came back to and really liked, so it's not off the table. I think it'd definitely be an uphill climb for me though. But I am actually a pretty big fan of the production and what they do. I just wish it was varied a little bit more, and I think that would have been a huge step in the right direction for me personally, if there was just a little bit more variation, which is funny to say because there's so much going on, and it's not like a boring production by any means. It just doesn't make any major changes, I guess. Like, it's just more of the same interesting production, I guess, throughout the whole 4 minutes. You've never heard of Glory Box? No, I don't think I have. Dog bark songs make me laugh, or dog bark songs make me laugh. Oh, oh. Yeah, the Yahoo really gets me. Yahoo! They're borrowed from a Mario or Donkey Kong for the beat. It really does sound like it could have been from one of those games. Some of the background stuff shouldn't have been so far back in the mix. I agree. There was a couple synths that I was hearing that it kind of sounded like they should have been a little bit further up. It could easily be missed. Yeah, that makes sense. There's a lot in there. There's so much in there that I'm sure I missed, because it was just kind of layers on layers on layers. Okay. Up next, Tiffy, are you still here? Yes. All right. We've got Time by SB19. It's been a little bit. It's been 19. Looking at this thumbnail, I don't know if you've heard NF's song Time, but this thumbnail looks super similar to what that one does. And like the coloring, everything, the color grading, it all looks super similar. Let's see. Which, and Time might be NF's best song. Well, maybe not. I guess not the thumbnail cover, but there's like scenes in that music video that look like that cover. Guess I should probably take the watermark off while comparing visuals. See, like this color grading, it looks so similar in scenes like this. It's like a very dark, moody feel. Anyways, though, I'm getting sidetracked. You want to feel emotional today? Yes, yes. Yeah, I'll be emotional today. Not a favorite for me. I don't see me singing along to it, but I can see myself putting it on the background to keep me entertained. Yeah, it's definitely got an entertaining sound to it, if not the first take version. Okay, so emotional is the music video. If not, then the first take version. I guess I'll do the music video, just because I've already made that comparison anyways with the NF thing. Not the tears. Yeah, sad songs have been hitting for me recently. I don't know. I feel like I've just been in kind of a mood where they've just been hitting a bit more, which is kind of a good and bad thing, I guess. Because I've been listening to what "Goodnight My Angel" by Billy Joel. That one's really good. Was it "Make You Love Me" by Adele, that one's really good. Vincent is really good, by Don McLean. What other ones? There's been a few other ones I've been listening to a lot that I've really been getting into again. Anyways, though, let's get into it. SP19 Time. More inspirational? Okay, I gotcha.
Rotting in bed, numb and upset. The hands on a clock, I'm moving along and feels like I'm dead, but I'm here instead. Please make it stop. I'm always wrong and stuck inside my never-ending thoughts. I'm trying hard 'cause I don't want it cast. 'Cause one day we'll run out of time. Memories will leave them behind. Many things we can control. I hope you know it's better to try. 'Cause one day we'll run out of. All of these are natural. No one's really in control, but we live a little 'cause we know when we vanish we don't really go. So I try to run an extra mile, hoping for a sign. If there isn't one, then I'm leaving mine. And for those behind, seeking you will find. There's no reason not to try. Watching everything from the backseat is beautiful, but at times it gets really ugly. You already know what to do when we got nothing to lose. What we're not changing with trust, fighting for whatever cause. If the light's dying, don't you ever cease to refuse. Stuck inside my never-ending thoughts. I'm trying hard 'cause I know what it costs. 'Cause one day we'll run out of time. Memories will leave them behind. Many things we can control. I hope you know it's better to try.
Alright, let me pause really quick. I do really like this messaging. It is just one of those things where you never want to take time for granted, especially with loved ones. And even, like, in this video kind of shows it when she's taking care of the guy at her job. I'm assuming she's like a nurse or something. I'm pretty sure. But even, like, making sure that you spend your time right around strangers and really just making the best of every moment that you possibly can. I think that immediately is a really good message. I am definitely on board with that. I mean, heck, I made my own song about that same message, which that one actually is out. So it's one of those things where everything can just go by just like that in the blink of an eye. And again, you never want to take that for granted. And I think it does kind of have that sad feeling, this video. And I'm kind of worried about what's about to happen just because of all the dishes stacking up in there. But it's like you want to make the best of every moment. Luckily, well, I say this, more recently I've been having to deal with a lot of people that I was friends with moving away to different parts of the country. Some a lot farther than others. So, I mean, that definitely can hit hard in that regard. But luckily, like, family-wise, everybody's in my family, at least close family, stayed very close together, living wise, so that hasn't hit me too bad, luckily. But I am definitely feeling for some of this. The explosion of time was chilling. Love when vocals come in heavy and suddenly like that. I also really like that. The pronunciation is great. Guess it should be expected for Filipino people. And I love the different fillers in between each explosion. Yes. I should probably caretaker. It's common for Filipinos abroad. Oh, okay, really? I didn't know that. Don't make me cry. Gosh, today's my dad's birthday. Yeah, tell your dad I say happy birthday. Oh yeah, it was the Lego birthday too. Alrighty. Anyways, let's get back to it.
Push comes to shove, your best is enough. It won't hurt to try. 'Cause one day we'll run out of time and time again. You raise things I don't understand. I'm drenched all over, still lying to all I can. I'm well aware there's no reset in this world, so I'll never ever walk away with stones left unturned. 'Cause if I'm leaving anyway, I'm spending every day scattering stars in the night sky, hoping it'll lead away for better days. Savor every moment with me while we're here, 'cause I don't want them. Time, memories will leave them behind. Many things we can control. And I hope you know it's better to try. One day we'll run under. Time, memories will leave them behind. Many things we can control. I hope you know it's better to try. 'Cause one day we'll run out of time. Memories will leave them behind. Darling, when push comes to shove, your best is enough. It won't hurt to try. 'Cause one day we'll run out of.
This is too much. And I can't. I started tearing up under my glasses. I've always been like a sympathy / empathy crier, so as soon as she starts crying, that really gets me. Man, that is like super sad. What do you mean this is just inspirational? This is super sad. Well, let's get back to the actual song, I guess, so I don't have to cry too much. Yeah, I really think this song is incredible. Again, meaning-wise, I kind of went into that already, but I really love the meaning of it. I think the production is very solid. I like the little clock ticking too there at the end. All those pauses in the chorus sound incredible. Like we were talking about earlier, those big explosions where it's like time, da 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 da. All that, I really love that. Overall, very solid song. Definitely adding this to my playlist. Why is every song titled Time super sad? Yeah, it was. He loved it. Didn't even take it out of the box. It's sitting clean in his box. He put it on display on his bookshelf in the office. Really nice. I'm glad that he liked it. It seemed like a really good gift. Very thoughtful gift. Based on the very little that I know about your dad. This is not okay. Dang it, Divvy. I'm sorry, man. I gave Reddy the choice. My hands are clean. Whoa. You said inspirational. I'm leaning into that just being really sad. Hey, how's it going, Get Some? Hello, my friend. Sorry I cut your power the other day. I feel bad about it. I was wrong. You cut the power? That affected, like, I don't even know how many towns. What were you doing? You cut it off at like a main transformer? Oh yeah, welcome, get some. And I forgive you, of course. I feel like I'm glad I can't see what was happening. It's for the best, Pop. The note says, thanks, Ma. You're my rest/refuge. Oh, that is... You just had to let me know that too. That also makes it super sad. That the music video, it's just inspirational, I swear. They're like saying, chase your dreams, you don't got time or something like that. Hey, fair enough. But also, that music video is so sad. To have the crying too being that loud over the mix, oh, they're really trying to hit. I don't know, Ratty's a crier, kind of want to throw a super sad song. What is up with this? I am a little bit of a crier. I do cry. Music is just, it's so emotional for me too. Oh, I don't know if I talked about this. I might have. I watched the movie If last month. I think it was last month. That movie had me crying for like an hour. That movie is so sad, but like also happy. Holy cow. That movie might have legitimately changed my life a little bit. And it wasn't even like that good. Like it was good, but it wasn't that good. And it still made a huge impact on me. I couldn't believe it. It just hit me so hard. Yeah, emotional manipulation. Alrighty. Let's get Spinderella out here. Oh, I was starting to type Spinderella. I still haven't made that wheel. I keep on forgetting, like, all the time. Okay. Y'all ready for this? Get that watermark off. There's Joshua. Alright, Spinderella, show us who's next. I appreciate it, Oladoka, for the guaranteed. I'll throw that in the list. I'm assuming it's a sad song. Oh, and we have Mandy. Mandy, what do you have for us tonight? Okay, let's see. And then Holodoko with This Can't Be Us lyric video. Okay, that sounds like it's sad. One okay rock. Gonna try to make you cry. As evil. Be a simple kind of man. Bum, bum, bum. Gonna take you back to early Youngblood to his more punk days. Oh, okay. Well, I'm ready to hear whatever from him. Can I rename the wheel Spinderella? Yeah, once I eventually, knock on wood, make that app with the wheel, I'll try to put that in like the title or something. Or maybe like in the center of the wheel or whatever. God don't save me, don't drown me out. Okay, let me pull that up. Oh, God save me, but don't drown. There we go. 5 years ago. He looks significantly younger in this. I don't know how old he is now, but he looks a lot younger. I feel like he's what? He's got to be like 30 maybe? Around that? Oh, he's 28. Okay. I kind of wanted to say younger, but I really wasn't sure. That makes sense then. I feel like during that time period you might change a lot. I don't know. Okay. Oh wait, what did that say? For anyone lying in their bedroom at 4 a.m. wondering why they aren't good enough.
Just look at him. What's he wearing? He comes to dinner wearing that. He's
Stop
a
it.
freak.
I had enough.
I've got to the point where I can't even want to be seen with him in public.
You've
I'm
been enough.
embarrassed. I'm
Stop
so
talking to him like that.
embarrassed. Why is he even
You
here?
have to
If you're
go.
not, why are you
You
here?
have to go right now.
Whatever. You are going to amount to nothing if you keep up this behavior. Do you hear me? Nothing. You are absent in both mind and punctuality. You don't make an effort. You don't make an effort with your fellow pupils, with your teachers, with your work. You'll be out of here quicker than Jack Flash if you keep up this behavior. Do you understand me? Do you listen? Are you listening to me?
You're not giving me any attention anymore. You're always just sitting in your bed. You're just in your head too much. Are you even listening to me? Hello? Hello? Fuck you! Fuck this!
Getting hit with back-to-back sad songs. Are you okay? Are those yours? Wanna play out?
Calm me down before I sleep, 'cause I don't know where I've just been, and the morning seems so far away, and the drugs just hit, so I'm wide awake. Not gonna waste my life, 'cause I've been fucked up, 'cause it doesn't matter to waste my time, and God save all of us, and the walls don't shut, and I won't let my insecurities define who I am. Not gonna waste my life, 'cause I've been fucked up, 'cause it doesn't matter. Take a breath.
Alright, let me pause here. I didn't realize we're already halfway through. That intro is pretty long. This sounds really good so far, and it's an immediate add to my playlist. I gotta do that right now before I forget, because I really, really love this. So Youngblood. And of course, there's things I can relate to it with too, which definitely makes it hit that much harder. So firstly, I feel like everybody's probably felt that at some point, and if not, then that's awesome. But had that feeling of just like you're letting people down, or feel like, as he put it, you're not good enough. And I mean, I've had my own moments like that for sure, multiple times. One that I really, really remember very well though, was actually because I don't know if I've talked about this much before, but I used to be a cross-country runner, and I was getting pretty good. I had PR'd every single race that I did for a season, which PR is personal record. So every single race I did for a 5K, I got a better time every single time. But then I broke my nose, so breathing became harder. I developed asthma over the course of a summer. So when I came back, I wasn't doing as well. And my coach, he completely gave up on me, and he thought I was faking it. He thought I was being, I guess, just bad on purpose. And he told me that. He essentially told me, he's like, you've given up. And I'm like, I wouldn't say that. I just haven't physically been able to do as well as I was before. And at that point, I feel like that did just kind of make me give up, which in retrospect, I kind of wish that it didn't, because I think I did have a lot of, I could have been, I think, really good if I kept going, like really, really good. Because I went to state my first or second year of cross country. Granted, that was a team state thing, but still. And I mean, that stands out to me. So I was immediately able to relate to that feeling Maybe not in the same way as him. In this case, he's more referring to family, teachers, things like that. Granted, this coach was also my teacher, so I guess there's that. And then he was talking about like being on drugs, and then that's keeping him wide awake. For me, I've never really done drugs, other than like prescription, and for me, I took some antidepressants for a little bit. So in that way, I could kind of relate to that as well. But yeah, very, very emotional song right off rip. I think it sounds fantastic. I'm just really, really liking it. More about the evolution of Youngblood, where he came from, what he sounded like before Idol's album. I've been married 40 years this year. I know pain. And then the congrats with a question mark from Pop. Well, yeah, same. Ditto what Pop said. The song is how I was introduced to Dom. This feels like a good introduction. Oh, this is my shit, man. Same. I'm with you on that. Sounds like something from one of my favorite bands called With Confidence. They're disbanded, so I love whenever I hear them. Something new that sounds like them. Oh, yeah. I have bands like that, and I'm so annoyed that they don't make music anymore. Or, like, they've changed their style so much that it's not really the same music. It kind of feels the same either way. You know when the bear says, "You okay?" I have this... his shirt with a bear and that message on it. Oh, that seems like a goated shirt. Played DV basketball and ran cross country. Nowadays I run to the fridge and bathroom. Yeah, I'm not much of a runner anymore. I try now. I still have the breathing and asthma issues though, so it's not easy. That, and I weigh way more than what I did then. So I cannot run nearly as well. I'm not sure if I could do a 5K anymore. Which is weird because at the time a 5K is like, that's not that bad. I mean, I'd run like 4 to 5 miles a day at practice, so 5K was nothing. Alright, anyways though, back to the song. Enough about my personal anecdotes.
I'm off my face and my shoulders weigh more than I can take. Not gonna waste my life, 'cause I've been fucked up. 'Cause it doesn't matter to waste my time, and God save all of us. And the walls don't shut up, and I won't let my insecurities define who I am. Not gonna waste my life, 'cause I've been fucked up. 'Cause it doesn't matter. God save all of us. 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 Finally I know. God save all of us. God save all of us. God save all of us. Not gonna waste my life, 'cause I've been fucked up. 'Cause it doesn't matter to waste my time, and God save all of us. And the walls don't shut up, and I won't let my insecurities define who I am. Not gonna waste my life, 'cause I've been fucked up. 'Cause it doesn't matter. Good night, everybody. See you tomorrow. I think we might be alright, you know.
created and directed by Youngblood and Gavin Gottlieb. Yeah, I really like that song. I think I said I was adding that to my playlist. I gotta double check that I did. Okay, yeah, I did. We're good. We're solid. Yeah, very catchy chorus. I like the messaging once again, like we did with the prior songs. Very strong messaging here, though. But I think it's one of those songs that a lot of people can relate to one way or another. And I mean, I find my own ways to relate to it as well, even if it's not the same as the next person. But yeah, I can kind of see where he went. Like this, I wouldn't even necessarily like. It has punk kind of sounds to it, I guess. I'm more leaning into. It's like the sort of emo rock sound where it's kind of a gray area where you get some Linkin Park. I just had a couple others on my head that I think were kind of similar. But there was a fast guitar riff going on in the background that does sound a lot like there's one Linkin Park song. Is it? I think it's Bleeding Out. Yeah, Bleeding Out. I'm bleeding now, bleeding now. That's what it was really reminiscent of me, or to me. And yeah, good stuff though. I really like that one. But yeah, and he definitely evolved into more of a traditional rock sound in the newer stuff. That's for sure. Bridge is about 8 steps from the couch in the bathroom, or about 15. No running really possible. Plot twist. Oh, and so how this video is formatted, it's really similar to My Blood by 21 Pilots, that music video, if you've seen it, where it goes through all of these events, except for it's like it's one kid going through it with his brother who's like either not alive anymore or wasn't there at all. It's like an imaginary friend. And then the video kind of goes back through all the scenes that he went through, except for without that brother being there. That's what it really reminds me of. And I love that music video a ton too. This part in particular sounds like the chorus of Cult by With Confidence. Oh, so you're finding like direct kind of similarities. Love the plot twist of the bear being him the entire time, and he was just tired of it all. Shut up for himself, told off the people. Yes, that is exactly the same plot as the 21 Pilots music video, which I think came out. Well, I guess it was a few years before this, so because that was 2018, I think. I guess I can check really quick. So I'm wondering if there's some inspiration in that, because this music video is like really similar. I think even the parents are arguing in this one too. That'd be interesting to hear from Youngblood during a some sort of interview.
You're facing down a dark hall. Go with you.
Oh, and this one is his mom died. That's what it was. That's what kind of started this emotional. Man, I need to listen to that album again. Trench is an all-time favorite. Alrighty. Anyways, though. Back to Spinderella. Make sure I got all the names in there. See if anybody else popped in. Okay, it looks like we are good. Get that watermark off. Let's spin it. This one's hyper close. Holy cow. Okay, Katrina, are you still here? That one was like the closest I've ever seen it between names. Also, after this, I just realized how late it is. I might move on to the guaranteeds. I'll see. Oh, almost knocked over my banjo. Alrighty. Looks like we're on to the next one. Last call for Katrina. I don't think I was on there, but I've got 3 tonight, so I'm good. Oh yeah, I don't see your name in the free queue list. That's probably why. I can get you on there though if you want to be. Or if you throw up a song, I'll throw in the name. In the particular scene of him destroying the classroom, he told his cinematographer he's just gonna go full ham and tear the set. Looks fun. Oh yeah, it's like one of those destruction rooms or whatever. Alrighty, on to the next one. 3, 2, 1, let's spin it. It says you're on the Google. Let me refresh. Yeah, it's not loaded on my side. Maybe, I don't know. Maybe you got to refresh your side. You might have to turn it back on. Okay. Evil Queen, are you still here? Okay, you're here. Perfect. Period. See what you've got for us tonight. In case I do one more spin, Holodoko. Get your name on there. And I am about to sneeze. Maybe not. Oh, I hate this. I'm so close to sneezing. It's not even going away, it's just sitting there. Stagnantly. Sneeze, please. Sneeze. I need like exercised out of this. It ain't happening. It ain't happening. Look at the lights. Hey, that usually does get me. Oh, I'm gonna go blind. These lights are so bright. Oh. This is horrible. It won't go away. I've never had a sneeze like this. Holy cow. Okay, I'll just try to ignore it for now. Okay, so let's see what you've had for us tonight, Evil Queen. FFX IV Flow. I'm sure that's a Roman numeral. I have no idea what it would be though. Okay, you have a YouTube link. Oh wait, no, that's the Final Fantasy one. I did that last time too. Every time you put up a Final Fantasy thing, I'm gonna do the same thing. Watermark going. I just stopped the wheel by telekinesis. It worked 100%. Coming out of his eyes, yeah, it's getting there. He needs to mute to breathe because he is one step closer to relief, and he's about to sneeze. So close on the wheel. It gets so close. It's crazy. Take deep breath through the nose. I'm working on it. It ain't happening. It's still there. It's like slightly burning. It's gonna levitate. Maybe I still will. I don't know. All right, let's hear it. Final Fantasy 14 Flow. If I try without the glasses for a bit, it'll hit me.
my brave little spark. How long you've wandered, burned bright as a star. Oh, I have awaited you patiently all this time. Past every fate, now sing with me once more. Share of your life, far greater than memory. It's loss and love words cannot hold. Boundless the tale overflows and carries your Lord out to sea. Remember the
All right, let me pause really quick here. Whoever this vocalist is, holy cow, are they very talented. She's sustaining those high notes really, really well. Oh my gosh. And I feel like, I don't know if it will, but I feel like this could go even crazier. Because she's definitely got the talent to do some really, really insane vocals. Right now, they're very, 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 very impressive. But like, I could see this stepping up to another level. I mean, we'll see soon enough, but very, very beautiful though. I'm all on board with this. This is a very calming song. Hopefully it's a song that makes you want to sneeze a little bit too. At least that's the goal. Because it's still sitting there. This is torture. It is burning. But yeah, this song is helping that burn a little bit. I really am enjoying this. The firework gases are getting too, maybe. Beautiful piano. I agree. Mini opera segment. We love mini opera segment. Sounds like the vocals from Baldur's Gate 3. I love it. I know so little about Baldur's Gate 3. So I can't comment too much on that. Other than that, it's like, I hate comparing it to XCOM, but that's the closest game I know to it. Man, I'm wondering, because I don't want to take a Benadryl. What other things would help with this that's going on? Because it's maybe something with allergies? I don't know. Allergy help things. How do I look that up? I don't have the Zyrtec or Claritin. I don't have those. Anybody have any little home remedies? Oh, Sudafed. Really? I didn't know that. Well, I guess that makes sense, because... Although... that might keep me up. That is a good idea, though. And I might still do that. Spicy food, sniff pepper. That's also good. After I listen to this, I might try something. Yeah. Because Benadryl is going to put me to sleep, like, immediately if I take that. The sneeze will come. I'm wondering if, like, a mint or something would help. I don't know how that would work. Alright, anyways, back to the song, though. I'm enjoying this.
Remember the rain, near and far beloved, each drop a blessing from heavens above, and how as time flowed on those waters became one, streams, rivers, and lakes reaching for the horizon, and far beyond they carry onward, however changed with each brief reflection, by setting sun, by storms wake, till welcomed home to gentle sea, sinking deeper and deeper in calm embrace, loving tides sweeping and bear you down. Should you meet a soul rising surface space, with your unbeating heart wish them well. Deep, dark, far
I really actually like that ending a ton. It gave me like an odd feeling. It almost reminds me of the ending of Paper Mario, which, by the way, one of the probably greatest games ever made. But it feels like the ending of that game when you save Princess Peach. Holy cow. What an interesting comparison, I guess. But yeah, very beautiful singing throughout. I love how both the instrumental, it's simple, but they add that, like, the cooler and more immense elements right when they're needed. Like when the choir comes in after the vocals kind of drop out for a little bit, and that choir fills in the gap. You get these nice little strings thrown throughout, which are beautiful. That ending, though, I did really, really like. Is this something I can even add on Spotify? I hope so. Is it by Masayoshi Soken? I have no idea how to pronounce that. Might be close, I don't know. I guess I can play a little bit.
How long you've wandered over this journey.
Yep. Blow your nose even though you might. That's a simple but maybe a good solution. Let me mute my mic here for a second. I can't tell if it did anything yet. I'll wait and see. Just realized this sounds like the start menu for Dragon's Dogma Dark Arisen. I've never played any Dragon's Dogma games. I've also never played any Persona games. Peaches, 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 peaches. Also sounds like Down by the River if you want another song to compare it to. Down by the River. Down by the River. Well, that sounds kind of familiar, but I think I might be thinking of, there is a song that I listen to called Down by the River by Milky Chance. Down by the river,
Down by the river, I was drawn by your grace into depths of oblivion, into the lover's place.
That guy has a very unique voice. He's also very talented live. Milky Chance is a great live band. Oddly enough, I wouldn't think that they were until I saw them. Please play Persona 5 Royal. My favorite game of all time. Feels like watching a 15-season show. Holy cow. Supernatural. I think Supernatural is 15 seasons. Or is it 16? I think it's 15. I cried when it finally ended. That's when you know it hits. There's I'm trying to remember if I've cried during I know I have cried during a game, but I can't think of what they would have been. Oh, Before Your Eyes definitely got me crying. That game was sad. I'll throw in one more spin, guys. One more spinnerooski. After I spin, though, I'm going to use the restroom really quick. And maybe try to fix whatever's going on with my nose. I've also never played The Last of Us. I didn't have a PS5, though, or PS4. Okay. 3, 2, 1, let's spin it. Oh, whoa. What are the chances? Well, guys. Did you rig it or something? That is crazy. Let's see what you have for us tonight. God was on my side with that one. Yeah, apparently. Oh, not again. Just missed it. Hopefully you'll get it next time. I feel like it's pretty balanced when we get people. Sometimes it'll be a couple weeks. I feel like we get to most people pretty frequently, though. At least like every now and then. Correct me if I'm wrong. Granted, there's a couple people that get it more frequently somehow. Crichton John. Alrighty. Okay. I still gotta plan a completely free stream again, though, at some point. Okay. Scrim, American Spirit's official music video. One of the songs off the newest album. Hope you enjoy. Heck yeah. I've been listening to a lot of Scrim recently. Out of like the few songs that I've heard from them that I've just really liked. Yeah, Guz knew. I forgot that Last of Us is a 3 PlayStation generation game. That is insane. Have a great night, M. Thanks for stopping by. I hope you had a good time, even if the song didn't land on your name, unfortunately, this time. Again, we're live every Friday night at 7 p.m. Central Time and Saturday night at 9 p.m. Central Time. And if anything ever changes with schedule, I'll always try to put it into the community tab as soon as possible. Also in the Discord if I get the chance. Who wins the spins more often than others? I don't know. Feigning ignorance. Who in the wheel? Twas Guz.
Selling a
Should gotta throw that watermark back on. Okay. Alrighty. I'm gonna be right back and then we'll get back to it. Hello, everybody. I am back. Oh, it looks like everything is resetting for whatever reason. We love when it does that. I got some jerky sticks that are slightly spicy, so we hope this does the trick. I've had way too much protein today. That's a pretty good pull, Pop. Spinnerella and I are just friends. Just friends. I could tear down some beef jerky right now. Oh, I love beef jerky. Shall I go for a third? I think so. Too much protein limit does not exist. Let's see. I had, it's probably a third of a rack of ribs this morning, which is kind of crazy. First thing to eat in the morning. I had like 2 chicken breasts for dinner, and now I'm on to 3 of these bad boys. Only bad thing about these is that they're kind of greasy. Okay. There we go. Let's get into it. Scrim American Spirits. Which, speaking of, didn't Spirit Airlines just close down? RIP. At least I think it was them. Alright, let's hear it.
You did good, son.
Could it be you calling me down?
It's on.
Banger alert immediately.
My foolish heart turns at the stars.
What is a sample?
All that I am is all that you see. You don't need nobody else, and you're putting this all on me. Forget it.
Lonely in a wide body band. What the fuck a friend? Need a Papa's in before I walk up on my fucking skin. Sick of people saying it'll get better. All I say is when every day I'm praying to the heavens, still a broken man. Moving state to state, no I feel like home. Sold out every stage, still I feel alone. Aching as I age, feeling in my bones. They all say it's love with a evil tone. Voices in my head, won't stop until I'm dead. Voices in my head, won't stop until I'm dead. Why buy the truck? One pill ain't enough. I'ma have to keep on popping till I do not give a fuck. to my place unknown.
All right, really quick. Let's take this watermark off for a second. Scrim looks completely homeless from this angle. His beard looks really good from the front. On the side, it looks completely just homeless. And I respect it and I like it so much because it makes these side angles kind of funny looking at him. But either way, I really love the sound. And I know I say it kind of often. This is a mile different than anything I've heard from any of them, though. I don't even know. I'm trying to think of artists I could even compare this to, because this is a lot different from any S-Boy song, any Scrim song, any Ruby song, any Duck Boy song I've heard. I don't even know if it's close. Like, it feels very, very different. Even the sample that's used, it's used in a way where it's almost like it was made to be a part of the song rather than it just being a sample, which some of their samples do give off that vibe a little bit, but this one like really just feels like it's part of like it's just a feature. And at first I was kind of questioning, I'm like, is this an actual feature on an S-Boy song singing? Do they even have any songs where they have like a feature that sings the chorus like this that's not just a sample? I feel like they should start if they don't, because I think that'd go crazy. Protein maxing for the summer, I see. Yeah, I actually, you don't even understand how real that statement that you just said is. I've been accidentally protein maxing for like the past like 2 weeks. Literally not been on purpose. I've just happened to eat a lot of protein for a lot of my meals recently. And I've had, for my birthday, my parents got me a huge bag of those beef jerky sticks, like a ton of them. And I have ate way too many of them. Way too many. That was my last one that I just ate, and there was probably like 40 of those things. My birthday was what? I guess that was 8 days ago now, but even then. Hate chicken breast? Oh, really? The one I had today was super seasoned. I'm not like the biggest chicken fan though either, so I get it. I get it. Your thigh today tastes better anyway. I'm a big Tindy chicken Tindy chicken nugget fan and chicken sandwich fan. All the boneless ones is all bad, even from restaurants. Sounds Nash or Drake. I don't know Nash, but I can hear the Drake. It's definitely more similar to that than any of their other songs have been that I can think of that I've heard. Oh, the sleep is overtaking me. Homeless look fits the sad and broken feeling. Yeah, it does make you wonder if maybe it was done on purpose. I know they sampled Lana Del Rey a few times, but never a feature, I don't believe. This isn't Lana Del Rey, is it? Yeah, we're 133.
To my place unknown.
Could it be you calling?
Nah, that's not Lana Del Rey. At least I don't think so. I don't listen to her enough to be 100% certain, but I don't think it is. So I assume you're talking about other features. Man, yeah, they need to start doing that, because that'd be even sick, like sicker than usual, if they can get a feature on there to do a chorus and then sample that chorus in their own song throughout it. I feel like they could pull it off. They got to get the right artist, though. Alright, anyways, let's actually get back to it.
Me down.
Voices in my head.
My foolish heart turns at the stars.
Won't stop until I'm dead.
All that I am is all that you see.
Voices in my head.
You don't need nobody else, and you're putting this
Won't stop
all
until
on
I'm
me.
dead.
Forget
Lonely in a Lamborghini, praying they don't see me. Suicide was always on the table, but my family eating. I should probably ever want a label, baggage and missing. My life darker than the darkest fable. Truth is way more freaky. There's a black hole eating up my soul. Answer not the problem in my styrofoam. I'll be moved by really, but I'm down alone. stop until I'm dead. Voices in my head. Won't stop until I'm dead.
You don't need nobody else, and you're putting this all on me.
No, I like that ending. I'm wondering if that flows into the next song on that album. Yeah, overall, I'd say that's a pretty solid song. I like the sample usage. Of course, they're always good at that. I do like this direction. Well, it's not like my favorite Scrim or S-Boy song I've heard. In fact, I'd say it's maybe a little bit below average, which, to be clear, average for them is still incredible. I really, really love them. They've been one of my favorite groups this past what, like year and a half, however long it's been. Maybe 2 years actually now. Yeah, I think it's been. Has it been 2 years? Oh wait, no. I think I'm ahead a year, so I think it's been a year, give or take, that I've been listening to them. But it's like, so it's probably a little bit below that midpoint for me, just because kind of like what Hollow was saying, it does have more of a Drake sound to it, and I'm not like huge on Drake. I think Drake does make some good music. But there's still a lot for me to enjoy here, and I do like that it has taken this whole new direction, just because it gives you a whole new feeling from Scrim. Just a whole, it just encapsulates something completely different than what I'm used to hearing, to the point where it almost puts it above that halfway mark, just because it does feel nice to have something so vastly different. Because of course all their songs have some differences, some things to make them feel unique, some things to give them that extra spice, but this one I think is it's a vibe. I maybe that's the best way to put it. It's definitely a vibe. But yeah, I love that sample. Love just, yeah, it really is just kind of calm throughout. What'd you say about it, guys? Curious if this is an unbuilt house his. Wait. Also not sure, but I'm curious if that unbuilt house is his. A house on the beach would be really nice. Okay, I thought you were saying it sound like the sound gives off house on a beach, and I was like, you know, maybe a house on a beach at night, which maybe I'm just describing the music video now at this point, but that's kind of what it feels like. But yeah, good stuff. I like this one quite a bit, and I'm so excited to listen to this album. I'm so excited. I want to live stream it so bad. I still don't know if I'm going to do that though. That album is so long. Let me put this out here. If I do live stream reaction to this album, I'm not guaranteeing I'm listening to the whole album on the live stream. That it's so long. Yeah, let me add this to my playlist too before I forget. And it does, like, it just hits that kind of melancholic sound too. The song does. Very melancholy is what I'm getting out of it. Where it doesn't feel like it is sad, but it's not like so sad I'm crying. It's more like it just kind of gets you in that half sad mood, which is really what that melancholy sound tends to do, for me at least. And 59 songs. Memento Mori. I was looking at another title. I think I have a like perfume that I use that's labeled that, if I'm remembering correctly. I got to get you to do a full 1OK Rock album reaction one day. Yeah, maybe. I feel like that would also be pretty solid. Which, by the way, that does remind me. I was tossing the idea around, which, don't be too surprised by the pricing on this, but I was thinking about doing paid album reactions, maybe once every month or two. But there's a huge caveat that they would not be cheap, and I'm just going to be very straightforward with that. It would probably be at least $300 for me to want to dedicate something that someone's paying for me to listen to. just because that's a lot of time. And if a video would be even more. But I was kind of curious if anybody would be interested in that, because I'd be up for doing it, but it wouldn't be frequent and it would be expensive. Just because it's a lot of time and effort that goes into those editing if I make it a video. If that's, maybe that would be a separate thing, I don't know. And then just to dedicate a full stream to an album. But that being said, I'm still going to be doing the free album reactions every now and then like I usually do. If there's like an album I really want to listen to, then so this wouldn't be replacing that. This would be something completely different, because I've had people want to pay me for album reactions in the past before, so I figured I'd just put that out there. What a lot of people did is just split it into parts like 1, 2, 3. Each stream was about an hour. There's no way they're, because if the album is 3 hours, they're only gotten an hour. They must, man. Because for me, I could tell you right now, this would be a 5 or 6 hour reaction, most likely, if I reacted to that album in its entirety. Holy cow, that'd be one of my longest streams. I'd watch it. I could figure so all my big boy money goes to I don't think I could spare 300. Yeah, and I don't expect anybody to really want to. That's why it's like, if I did it, it would literally just be like maybe a rare occasion, like some people would do it, but yeah, I definitely wouldn't expect very many people to fork that out. That's why I would be very, very clear that it would be expensive. Some reactors do it for pretty cheap though. I just wouldn't. To me, it's like I'm dedicating that much time to something. Long stream. Yeah, I might do a reaction to this album though. I really want to. I want to so bad. And also just out of the novelty of doing a live stream that's like 6 hours long to one album. That is just insane to me. He's crazy. Alrighty. Anyways though, we are getting to the guaranteed request of the night. Starting with Holodoko with Wasted Nights live version from the Eye of the Storm tour, which we have heard a couple songs from that tour, haven't we? Oh yeah, you sent me a link to that, didn't you? Let me pull that up. Save me some time. There we go.
One plan.
You said payment plans. I wouldn't, but it wouldn't be because like that'd be fine with me. I just wouldn't want somebody to have to go on a payment plan to have me listen to an album. That'd make me feel bad. Trust me, I thought there was no way a 3-hour album was going to keep up, but he kept it as entertaining as you can with 59 songs in a row. Yeah, I mean, I've listened all the way through Donda, and Donda is an incredible album. I listened to that album on repeat, so I can picture it. Granted, I was also at that time, I was a lot more into music on my own time, because now it's like I do the live stream, so I listen to a lot of music all the time, so I don't listen to music quite as often as I used to, like just throughout the day. So that then I could really easily get through albums like that. Maybe do a long stream for a milestone or something. Yeah, I might do that again. Last time I did a long stream was maybe a couple years ago, like a really, really long stream. I think the longest I've done since the one a couple years ago was probably 5 to 6 hours, and I did 1 or 2 that were that long. Only one other from this album though. Eye of the Storm is probably the worst Monarchy Rock album. Not that it is bad. Is that actually the one that I did my first reaction from? Was that the pilot was on that one, or 1 second? I might be misremembering. Eye of the Storm. Okay, no, never mind. I do remember this album cover though. Which song was it that we heard on this? I don't remember exactly which one it is. I don't remember the title, but I know we listened to one off this. Was it a special edition? I'm wondering if it was a special edition song. This is One OK Rock goes gospel country. What? They really are all over the board genre-wise. That's like crazy. YouTube is basically my entertainment now. Long streams are basically equivalents to me binging episodes. It's cozy. Oh, I love watching YouTube. That's like my one subscription that's really worth me paying. That and Spotify. One band, one sound. Pilot is Detox in 2025. Last song I requested is also on Detox, the Cry song. Oh, okay, I gotcha. And how warm Ratty's room would get for a 6-hour stream. Oh yeah, my computer would be heating it up. Luckily, the mini split would help reduce that, but that would definitely add some heat. Yeah, ho warm. All right. Anyways, let's get into it. One OK Rock, Wasted Nights. Official video from the Eye of the Storm tour. Eye of the Storm Japan tour. There we go. I was making sure it didn't list a year. Let's hear it.
どんな夜も必ず来て、そしてどんな朝も必ずやってきます。それがたとえ良くも悪くも皆さんたちが生きる限り必ずやってくるもんです。でも大事なのは今日この一緒に過ごした夜が皆さんたちにとってどんな影響を明日及ぼすか。今日僕らのライブ見てとっても幸せな気持ちになれて明日を迎えることができるんだったら僕らは幸いです。明日をしっかりとこの曲で迎えてあげてください。This next one is called Wasted Nights.
I really love this part of like synth sound.
Must be something in the water. Feel like I can take the world. Throw the weight up on my shoulders, 'cause I won't even feel the burn. Don't be afraid to die. Be afraid that you didn't try. These moments feel mine, that's why we're here, we sound alive. Let's live right where you are. Maybe just for tonight. We're thinking about tomorrow. Yeah, when the sun comes up. This body's done tomorrow. We'll be talking about tonight. Keep doing what we want, we want, we want. No more wasted nights. ただ過ぎゆく時間
Alright. This is really good immediately. At first I was kind of confused because I'm like, this doesn't sound too country like you're saying. I could hear the gospel, but I wasn't hearing the country a whole lot. Then when it hit the chorus, I'm like, oh, I see where you're coming from now. It does have a slight little country twang to it. It's definitely leaning pretty heavy into the gospel alt sound though, for sure. But yeah, I totally see where you're coming from. I do really like this sound though. It's very clean, very pretty. I think his vocals are solid as per usual. He's a very talented singer, but nonetheless, I'm really already enjoying this a ton. That album is so long. There's genres he did that either don't exist or I just never heard before, and I also think a few of them were made outside of a gas station in the middle of nowhere. What? I honestly, I wouldn't be surprised if Scrim. I mean, really, they just do so much stuff, and they're so talented. I could see them doing literally anything when it comes to music. Reminds me of One Direction in a way. I know what you mean. I think One Direction does a bit of that gospel stuff. I never listened to a ton of One Direction, but I know where you're coming from. That and maybe a little bit of One Republic. They also have a lot of songs that have sort of a gospel sound. Anyways though, back to it. I'm really loving this so far.
ただ過ぎゆく時間に気を止める必要はない何かを失えばまた何か手にする Yes, don't be afraid to die 何もせずはもっと怖い These moments remind us why
Drummer's actually killing this one.
Sleep like we're immortal. Maybe just for tonight. We're thinking about tomorrow. Yeah, when the sun comes up. This body's some tomorrow. We'll be talking about tonight. Keep doing what we want, we want, we want. No more wasting nights. I don't wanna wait, I don't wanna waste a night. I don't wanna wait, I don't wanna waste a night. I don't wanna wait, I don't wanna waste a night. I don't wanna wait, I don't wanna waste a night.
Oh heck yeah.
Sleep like we're immortal. Maybe just for tonight. We're thinking about tomorrow. Yeah, when the sun comes up. This body's some tomorrow. We'll be talking about tonight. Keep doing what we want, we want, we want. No more wasting nights. I don't wanna wait, I don't wanna waste a night. I don't wanna wait. No more waste.
Yeah. This is another band I'm so happy you introduced me to. Oh my gosh. Yeah, One OK Rock, S Boys, and of course Scream Duck Boy individually, respectively. Oh, there's at least a couple others. Oh yeah, Youngblood. There's just all these groups I've been introduced to within these this like last year or so. Oh, it's awesome. I really, really like them though. This One OK Rock has such a good sound. Like, they have like their base identity, which you can tell, like, pick apart from other groups. But then it's kind of like with the S Boys, where each individual song really does feel like it has its own little gap that it fills, just with genres or styles or whatever they're doing. So you have a lot of similarities, but at the same time, you have new stuff each time. this one, again, the gospel stuff definitely took me off guard. I know what you mean, especially with the little country twang, just a tiny little bit. Like, I wouldn't say it's full country by any means, but it's got that little bit of a twinge of it in there. And I just love this so much. It's one of those songs that I think definitely puts a little bit more of an emphasis on the vocals, which is perfect. I like the crowd chanting section or crowd singing section towards the middle. I really like that. I think that played out very well. The chorus is super catchy. I don't wanna waste tonight. That is just, it's so good. I was already singing along. That doesn't always happen where you can sing along so easily in the middle of a track. But yeah, I love this one a ton. The drummer actually was super talented on this one. I thought that his cadence of drumming was super unique, actually. It was kind of doing all sorts of stuff that was he was just doing unexpected drumming. Like, he'd have a little, I don't even want to call them fills, because he was kind of doing it's not like super repetitive, but he was doing a repeat drumming, what do you even call that, like a drumming riff, whatever. But it wouldn't be what you'd expect at all. It wasn't like off tempo, but it had like its own separate one that just kind of was like a tempo within a tempo type deal. It was great. Probably losing you now, Ratty, but I swear Avicii too. You have lost me a bit on that one. The only thing I could see is maybe because Avicii has a little bit of a country sound in a couple of his songs, like Hey Brother. I think that's what it's called. That one has a slight country sound. Hey brother. No. Think he needs another vocal to harmonize with, make it even more epic. I think that could help, especially in certain sections once you get closer to the end, and like have it build up a little bit by adding the second vocalist in there. There's hip hop beats, acoustic guitar, hard rock beats, club bounce beats. I just don't really know how to explain it, but it's great. I'm honestly surprised. But that does it. Guys, you're hyping that album up, and I know it deserves the hype too. I'm so excited to hear it. There's another version with a female singer, Tiffy, has exactly that. Oh, perfect. We're gonna have to listen to that one at some point. Talent needs to chill, but also not. It keeps some time for the rest of us. Keep making music. Yeah, for real. Yeah, he does have a fantastic voice, Tiffy. Very church coded ending. I agree. But I will add, because there is a like an aura, that's not quite the right word, like, I'll just use it for now. There's like this aura around church music where it's always kind of, a lot of it is kind of corny sounding. This didn't give off that vibe. This didn't give off that aura, and that doesn't go for all church music, but there's definitely a pretty large portion that has that kind of corny aura around it. Also, a lot of the songs on the album end with some storytelling from the real Shia LaBeouf. Like, really? It's almost like a journey throughout the album. That is interesting. What the heck is going on with that album? Shia LaBeouf is also an interesting person to have with storytelling, because he's like an odd guy. He like loses his mind every now and then on public TV. It's always on public TV. He loses it. Absolutely loses his mind. But he's a really good actor. Or at least I like him. Love albums that you listen to start to finish that flow into each other. Youngblood's Idols is that way. Oh, like, do you mean like the last song flows into the beginning? Or just like each individual song, or both? Either way, I agree. Obviously, Floyd's Dark Side of the Moon for another example. I've not listened to that album. I'm sure I've heard songs on it. But as y'all know, I've never been like the biggest fan of Pink Floyd. Might even be a baby announcement of that. This has sounded like the strangest album to ever exist, guys, in the best way possible. I'm so excited for the Scrim album. I gotta figure that out when I'm gonna listen to that. One OK Rocks 35XXXV does that. It's why it's my favorite. Oh, yeah, like where it's that nice little flow from song to song. Yeah, some of my favorite albums, actually, I think all of my favorite albums do that to some extent. Let's see. Didn't Mean to Haunt You, Quedeca, I'd say that one does it. RTJ3, as seen on my wall back there, that one does it. I really like that album. 21 Pilots, Trench, I'd say that does it, at least to some extent. Arguably some songs on The Search by NF, but that one's a little bit iffier on how you want, because it's not like clean flows, but a lot of the songs do just kind of work well side by side. John Bellion's what's The Human Condition, and the one after that, Glory Sound Prep, both do that, and I really like both of those albums. Noah Kahan's most recent album does that to some extent. I don't know, I do love when albums do that though. My ears be pregnant, what the? Alrighty, let's see what we've got next. I don't wanna waste night. We've got Pop with Erasure, Take a Chance on Me. So let me copy that over. I don't wanna waste night. That song is gonna be stuck in my head. Which, did I end up adding that to my playlist? Wasted Nights, okay. Adding that to my playlist. Even though I haven't heard the studio version and we just listen live, I'm still adding it because I like that one a lot. I usually try to avoid adding a song if it's not the version that I'm listening to, just because I might react to that version later, but I don't think I'm going to. I'll probably just be listening to that one. I really like it. One of the best albums that flow from song to song, in my opinion, would be Minutes to Midnight by Linkin Park. They work perfectly together. Also, Welcome the Kaiser. That's an album that I really, really, really need to listen to from start to finish, because I've heard a decent amount of songs on that one. Because it's weird, because it's like I am a Linkin Park fan, but I haven't like sat down and listened all the way through to very many of their albums. It's like I like certain songs randomly across a lot of their albums. That one I would really, really like. I really need to listen to it from start to finish, just because I do like so many songs on that album. Actually, have I? Maybe I did a long time ago, because I do have 5 songs on that album added to my playlist, all in a row. Leave Out All the Rest, which I really like. Bleed It Out, good. Shadow of the Day, incredible. That maybe is one of my favorite songs of all time. What I've Done, very good. Hands Held High, also very good. Yeah, I do need. I'm glad that you said that, The Kaiser, because that is an album I really want to listen to at some point, from start to finish, front to back. I might do that just on my own time pretty soon, because I would love to do that. Because right now, when I'm thinking of albums that I have listened to from Linkin Park front to back, it might only be one technically. Because there's some I've listened to a lot, but I don't know if there's any that I've actually listened front to back other than One More Light, which I listened to, and because when the singles, I think it was when the singles were coming out for that one or something. I just know that I was really, really liking that one. I listened to that one on repeat when it came out, and of course, So Sad. It was, what was it, like the next month or within the same month was when Chester was gone. That was super sad. Especially because that album was already super sad, and I was already going through my own rough time in my life when that came out. But yeah, that album is very, very memorable to me because it also came out around the same time as The Search by NF, which I also really liked that album. So I had back-to-back albums. Oh man, I don't even want to think about it just because that was a time. That was a time for sure. For me, they don't have to really flow from one song to the next, but I love it when they have a common element or vibe or something. Like Sleep Token's Tomb album, Sounds So Watery. Those are other albums. No, I would definitely consider those as in that kind of theming, because there are albums that don't necessarily have like a perfect flow from song to song, but if their theming is so solid from song to song, or if they like their sound is somewhat similar, or there's common elements, it kind of feels that same vibe. It feels the same vibe for me. And I think that This Place Will Become Your Tomb definitely does that, but I don't know. The only other one I think that really does it out of the four is probably the most recent one. Which for some reason I just forgot its name. Starts with an A, doesn't it? This is killing me. I would know this any other time. I've completely lost it. Sleep Token. Arcadia, right? Yeah, even in Arcadia. Okay, that's where I was getting the A from. I think that one does it pretty well. This song will erase it from your head for better or for worse. Well, Pop, it does look like I've heard this at some point. I'm trying to remember, because I'm looking at this thumbnail and I'm like, wait a minute. Well, what do you... You even made the comment, I hope you haven't heard this before, earlier in the stream. I was like, I know I recognize Erasure, but I didn't know what from. This is looking very familiar. This probably would have been 2 or 3 years ago when I listened to this. If you want me to listen to it again, I will. I recently bought Hybrid Theory CD for $11.99 at my record store. Can't wait to listen to it all the way home. Through with expensive headphones. Heck yeah, Mandy. Which, speaking of, I need to get new headphones. I've been looking at some nice ones, but I don't have the money for it yet. Because I want to get... There's Sennheiser ones that are supposedly pretty much just an upgrade of these, which these are really good. So I'm excited to save for those. Realized I haven't recommended a single song off of Fixion. Gave that album a 10 out of 10. What am I doing? That is kind of crazy. I'd say Front to Back, 1,000 Suns by them also shows like a whole story with the songs, and it's like interludes, and it's kind of like a cautionary tale about humanity war in general. Yeah, I just need to go through and listen to a lot of the older Linkin Park stuff. 1,000,000%. Theme for that would be gaming. I'd say that's part of it, Tiffy, for sure. Played Again, Law. You said it was your favorite ABBA song. This is true. I still think that, yeah, that song probably is still my favorite ABBA song. Let's hear it, because I remember this thumbnail. I do not remember the sound of this.
What's the secret to peak health? Going micro with Noom. Micro habits, micro wins.
Okay, let's do this.
If you change your mind, I'm the first in line. Honey, I'm still free. Take a chance on me. If you need me, let me know and I'll be around. If you got no place to go when you're feeling down. If you're all alone, when the pretty birds have flown, honey, I'm still free. Take a chance on me. Gonna do my very best and it ain't no lie. If you put me to the test, if you let me try. Take a chance on me. Take a chance on me. Oh, we can go dancing. We can
some Bizarro World or something.
I'm the first in line. Honey, I'm still free. Take a chance on me. If you need me, let me know and I'll be around. If you got no place to go, you're feeling down. If you're all alone, when the pretty birds have flown, honey, I'm still free. Take a chance on me. Gonna do my very best and it ain't no lie. If you put me to the test, if you let me try. Take a chance on me. Take a chance on me. Oh, you can take it on.
All right, let me pause it really quick. It again, it like watching the music video just feels like it's an alternate timeline or something. But oddly enough, I think that this cover is actually really good. They keep a majority of the sound is very similar. I don't think they make any super crazy changes to the original sound, at least so far. So it just sounds good. I mean, I really like the original. So it doesn't like, because it's not taking any major steps away from it, of course I'm gonna like it. But yeah, it doesn't get too experimental or anything like that. It's kind of just like an alternate reality version where just some slight changes were made. Obviously singers were different. Yeah, that's the biggest difference, is actually just difference in vocalists. But at the same time, you still got Frida Negneta in the music video, so even more of a bizarre version, I guess. The song helped kick off the first big ABBA resurgence in the 90s. Video feels like a fever dream. This is gonna bode well for me tomorrow. 5 hours of sleep and hearing Take a Chance on Me. Yeah, especially like the completely white background. Which, speaking of, I don't know if does Take a Chance on Me have a music video like from ABBA? If it does, I've never seen it. I was just thinking about that while watching this. All right. Anyways, though, back to it.
Oh, you can take it on, baby. I'm in no hurry. I know I'm gonna get you. You don't wanna hurt me, baby. Don't worry. I ain't gonna let you. Let me tell you now, my love is strong enough to last when things are rough. It's magic. You say that I waste my time, but I can't get you off my mind. No, I can't let go. I love you so.
Alright, I take back everything I just said about it being kind of similar. I don't remember this at all.
Honey, I'm still free. Take a chance on me. Gonna do my very best, and it ain't no lie. If you put me to the test, if you let me try. If you're all alone, when the pretty birds have flown, honey, I'm still free. Take a chance on me. Gonna do my very best, and it ain't no lie. If you put me to
I really don't remember that like ska reggae section of this song. It caught me so off guard. Oh my gosh, I don't remember that at all. And the whole time I'm thinking, man, yeah, this is so similar to the original. Like, no major changes, no super experimental things. Boy, was I so far off the mark. That's egregious. That is definitely odd. I don't like that section of that song. Everything else sounds great. Of course, I do love Take a Chance on Me, but I do not care for that ska section. It is so out there and so just completely. The songs here, that section, not even on screen. It completely caught me off guard. All right. Oh. Does Erasure do a lot of ska or anything? I don't know enough about them. There is an official ABBA video. They couldn't tour everywhere, so they made videos for many of their songs. Okay, I'll have to listen to that, or I guess look at it at some point, maybe off stream. Yeah, here's the twist. One question. Oh, what? And it feels unreal to hear this at almost midnight. They don't do any other songs like that. What is going on? That is a fever dream, bizarro world. Like everything I said, you just kind of amp that up times 3, and that's what that song. That is such an odd song, odd like half cover. And the fact that they don't say, they leave the title as Just Take a Chance on Me and don't even say remix, don't say anything that would indicate that it's going to be any different, and that's thrown in there. That is hilarious. Oh geez. Oh wait, there's the video right there. Take a Chance on Me. It literally is just right there in the corner. Alrighty. Oh dang, the Kaiser. I'm done with the free request tonight, but I saw that you put in Highly Suspect in there. That's another album I want to listen to, is that Highly Suspect album that I reacted to one of the songs on with like the Galaxy cover. Ooh, I'm glad that I saw that. Okay, anyways. Last song of the night, guaranteed, from Holodoco, which is This Can't Be Us lyric video. One OK Rock. Which you're trying to make me cry with this one. Oh geez. Got the number of the beast as the as the current view ratio. We gotta change that.
Odd. If something's free.
The number of the beast, sacrifice going on tonight. I haven't listened to Iron Maiden in a while. This song is about Taka's grandmother, who has been in a coma for a while. It's already sad. She took him in when he was disowned and was a massive part of his life. The lyrics are super sad. So is he disowned due to the fact that from that other song where he's talking about him dropping out of high school? I'm imagining that as some correlation. There was a group also in the 90s that not only did ABBA covers, but they took covers of other songs and did them in ABBA-ish style. We're called Bjorn again. It's such a good like cover band name, even if they like did a little mixing with other stuff. Okay, so going off the story from that other song we listened to, where it was the that was the Cry song, wasn't it? Where he dropped out of high school and was apologizing for it, so he's disowned for that. Okay, we're putting that universe together. Okay. Anyways, let's get into it. One OK Rock, This Can't Be Us, official lyric video.
I hear your voice just like a song, and your melody, it tells me something's wrong. They tell me that it won't be long, but in my head it feels like you've already gone. Oh, I don't know what to say. This can't be us. I don't know how to say goodbye. This can't be us. You've been the greatest part of my life. This can't be us. Can we turn back the time? This can't be us. I pray you're waking up.
forget your love. You've been my rock for way too long, and I'm sorry that I've been a rolling stone. You showed me how to build a home. You said my heart is always with you when you're gone. Wish you could open up your eyes. This can be us. I don't know how to say goodbye. This can be us. You've been the greatest part of my life. This can be us. Can we turn back the time? This can be us. Pray you're waking up. You gave more than enough. I won't forget your love. This can be us. I don't know how to say goodbye. This can be us. You've been the greatest part of my life. This can be us. Can we turn back the time? This can be us. This can be us. I don't know how to say goodbye. This can be us. You've been the greatest part of my life. This can be us. I think I'm going out of my mind. This can be us. And if you don't wake up, I hope I said enough. I won't forget your love.
Holy cow, I went all the way through the song without pausing. I wasn't even thinking about it. Yeah, you definitely got me tearing up a bit. I had to close my eyes a few times to keep it from really getting out of control. That was a really pretty song. I really, really love just... It's one of those songs, like, it has a chorus that's kind of repetitive. It comes like in and out quite a bit, but it feels like it really just drills that into your mind and just really wants to put that message across as much as possible. And I think that's what kind of drives it to be even that much more emotional. But yeah, I think it's interesting too, because the way that it frames these lines is almost as if it's at first making it seem like it's more of a significant other, like a lover sort of situation, where it's like, this can't be us. Usually when people say us in the context of a song like this, it's referring to some sort of relationship that's more closer to that. But then you get into lines where it becomes clear, where it's almost like he's trying to do a little bit of both at the same time, where it's very obvious that once you know what the song's about, it's very obvious what it's about. Like, you can put together the lyrics very easy, especially like the waking, like, you won't wake up line that's in the chorus each time. It's very, very evident, and you can see how that relationship really meant a lot to him. But then if you're coming from the outside with no prior knowledge, I could see you actually looking into this and thinking of it more of like some sort of breakup or on the verge of breakup type of song. So it's hitting both bases on that, which is actually pretty cool that he's able to kind of get both of those, because it keeps it from being a super niche song that not very many people will be able to relate to, into something that a wider audience will be able to find something to relate to. But honestly, with a band like that, with a very dedicated fan base, I'm sure a lot of them, if not a vast majority, actually do know what the song is about, and they're able to put themselves in his shoes for that scenario and really feel those emotions with him. as best as possible. It'll never be the same as he feels them, but at least you can kind of get an idea of that feeling and kind of ride along with those emotions during the song. But yeah, that was very, very solid. I loved that instrumental guitar section in the last third part of the song, I guess. That was my favorite part, and I actually wish that instead of for that last like chorus slash kind of going into the outro, where it kind of went up, I believe it just went up an octave or octave. I kind of wish that it extended that solo a little bit longer, because it was interesting, because I think that solo really, really helped push those emotions that much further, because it had like a hint of looking up, like some sort of hope, a glimmer of hope that things will, like, there's still a chance that she'll wake up, there's still a chance that things will get better, so it's not a complete loss of hope. But at the same time, it really felt like it was driving those emotions, which isn't always the easiest thing to do with an instrumental, especially when you're throwing a guitar solo in. It's not the easiest to convey emotions like that with a guitar, but I think they did a really, really good job. So shout out to the guitarist for sure on that. Yeah, very, very good song. Definitely adding this to my playlist. Wow, I feel like I had a lot to say on that one. Hope it wasn't too much. Anyone else thinking about Elton John? I guess, yeah, Elton John does do a lot of piano ballads, so I get where you're coming from. Oh, this was the wrong video. Oh, I'm sorry. I figured this one was going to be the right one. What other one? Oh, there's one right below it. Was that one going to be even more sad? Yeah, wait, why is this one showing above that one? This other one is newer and it has more views. Yeah, the guitar. Oh, thank you, Fogwar. I appreciate it with the Fast Pass. With Dance, Gavin Dance, Lemon Meringue Tie album version. Throwing that one in at the end of the stream real quick. Wait, okay, so Dance, Gavin, Dance, Lemon Meringue Tie album version. Yeah. Wait, there's an Amazing World of Gumball lyric video. I don't know which version it is, so you can tell me which one of these you want me to do. Okay, so this one. Okay. 4.9 million views. Yeah, okay, perfect. Shows an animation of him and his grandma. It's super simple though. That definitely, I can say, man, I'm sorry that I chose the wrong one, because I think that would have made it hit even harder. It already did hit really hard though. That one might have really, really got to me even more. I mean, that one, it still had me tearing up, because I was really, again, I don't want to say I'm bad when it comes to that, because it's not a bad thing, but when can really tear up when it comes to just like things that would cause me to feel empathetic or sympathetic towards somebody and what they're going through. I don't know, I've always been that way, where I just like their emotions can kind of flow through me too, secondhand. It's odd. It is an odd feeling. Okay. Oh. Holy, YouTube, work with me here for a second. There we go. So we've got Dance, Gavin Dance, Lemon Meringue Tie. Let's hear it. Interesting instrumental. same image from that last one we saw. This guitar riff is really good. Alright, let me pause before this section. This is a very experimental song. It's swapping from sound to sound too fast for me to like really have a lot of time to think about each individual section, because it really just feels kind of snap, 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 like one thing to the next, to the next, to the next. It's like the most ultimate ADHD song that's ever existed, just to keep you engaged. But overall, there's a lot of fun sounds, though. I do enjoy how experimental it's being, because again, one thing to the next, to the next, to the next. Yeah, I'm trying to think of things to say, but it really is, it's going too quick for me to keep up. Yeah, I don't know. I'll see if more hits me towards the end. I need to snooze. Much apologies. I wake up at 6. Thank you for the long stream tonight. Ready to be safe, everyone. See you next week. Have a wonderful rest of your night, Mandy. Thanks for stopping by. I hope you're able to get a good 6 hours, or I guess less than 6 hours of sleep at least. Very prog so far. This sounds like a Japanese math rock song. Might be some inspo there. I could see it. I'm not super familiar with math rock, but I think I can see where you're coming from. Also bring me the Horizon vibes. I can a little bit with. I don't want to put too much emphasis on that though, because again, it's changing up too frequently. But there's a little bit in there. It's kind of like an overall theming wise. It kind of sounds similar to them, but it's almost like you got a bunch of subgenres kind of thrown about the place. All right, let's get back to it. Another fun guitar riff. I like whatever sound effect they got going on. Is it reversed? All right, cool. Yeah, overall, I'd say it's a very fun song. It's all over the board. It's got a lot of subsections that I like quite a bit. Mostly when it comes to the instrumental. Honestly, though, I feel So this song to me, when I'm listening to it, it's kind of like when I'm listening to a black metal song, where some things I don't really like, but then there's other things, mostly instrumental, that I really, really, really love. This instrumental keeps me on my toes the entire time. I think there's a lot of fun things that they're doing. Again, it just comes down to the fact that they're switching from sound to sound to sound to sound to sound non-stop. I like all the different little guitar things that they're throwing in there, whether it be just different catchy riffs or like they're throwing some pretty heavy effects on some of them. At one point, it almost sounded like it was reversed. I couldn't tell if it was just because they're speeding up the BPM and it just kind of got to me at some point, or if it actually was reversed, but it sounded a little bit reversed, and I thought that was cool. There's like a section where he had some crazy backing vocals going on, with a lot of reverb thrown on. I'm thinking that it was like more natural reverb though, like he was actually really far away from the mic when singing it, because it sounded a bit more natural, and I liked that section. It's like there's so much here I like. I don't know if I'd listen to this song on its own though at any point in time. I feel like it would be an album that I'd want to listen to, or a song that I'd want to listen to in the context of an album. It's dare I say, it's almost too much. It's almost a little too much for me to just like sit down and want to listen to all the time. But it's definitely an interesting experience, and I mean, I'm not going to complain about anything, because I think it was a really cool song, and actually it might be one of the better ones. Despite so Dance Gavin Dance has a lot of songs that I actually like a lot more than this one when it comes to like wanting to listen to them like more on a repeat scenario, I guess. But this one I genuinely think might be better than a lot of the other ones that I like by them, just because it is so experimental and they pull it off really, really well. It's a very odd space for me, I guess this one is. I don't know how to describe it past it. It's like in a weird little odd in-between zone, if that makes any sense. I hope so. This post-hardcore metalcore era was full of songs that flow like wave, no traditional verse, chorus, bridge, chorus structure. See, like that is super cool, and that makes it super unique on its own right. There we go. Felt that cough coming. A song called Hyperventilation by Radwimps. The first 15 seconds of that song and this are super similar in my opinion. I love the name Radwimps. This being the first Dance Gavin Dance song I've heard, it's pretty damn good. Definitely gonna have to check them out. I definitely recommend them. They tend to do a lot of experimental stuff, especially with stuff that I've heard. They've also, of course, got a very, very talented vocalist. But yeah, if you like this one, then you'll definitely like all their other stuff. It's a little bit more tame, so if that doesn't bother you as much, and I put that kind of lightly when I say a little bit more tame. They're still experimental. I feel like they don't get quite as crazy as this one. The ones that I've heard. Let me preface, because I haven't heard all of them. It does make sense. Okay, perfect. I was trying my best to describe that thought. It's an odd feeling for me. Most slept on drum. Yeah, the drummer was really talented. This comment, hearing this high as fuck in high school in 2007 was the equivalent of being blessed by Christ himself. Oh, jeez. You haven't heard Radwimps? I don't think I have. Or if I have, I don't quite recall. Maybe if I reheard the song, I don't know. But I don't think I've heard the band Radwimps yet. But anyways, I'm going to call this my last song of the night. So I should be back again Friday, 7 p.m. Central Time. And then again Saturday, 9 p.m. Central Time. If for whatever reason the schedule changes, of course it'll be thrown into... oh, wait. I might not be here Saturday. Isn't Saturday? I think Saturday's 4th of July. Let me check that really quick. Yeah, it is. Okay, never mind. I won't be here Saturday night. I will be here Friday night, though. So, apologies. I got that wrong. So anyways, have a wonderful night, everybody. Thanks, everybody who stopped by, watched, left a like, subscribed, sent in a dono. It all means a lot to me. It really helps out the channel a ton. And yeah, I'll see y'all on the next one. Bye-bye.